In this video, I'm going to show you 3 essential practices to prepare you for inversions. Now, whether or not you want to do inversions, these same practices will help you maintain the range of motion, strength, and stability of your shoulder girdle. I'm Frances Taylor, founder of Taylor Fit Wellness. Let's hit the mat. So the first thing we're going to look at is, what is your range of motion in your shoulder girdle? So the best way to check that out is to lie down on your back, start with your arms up toward the ceiling. Let your shoulder blades just gently settle into the floor, and then on an exhale, start to move your arms behind you toward the floor. Now, if they don't make it to the floor easily, this is going to tell you if your range of motion in your shoulders is full range of motion, which would be with the arms on the floor, or not. It's good information to know, especially if you're about to go upside down. So if you're not sure, if you want to work into a little more stability, I should say, right? So you can work to engage the front body a little bit. So with an exhale, exhale more air out, exhale more air out, engage the front of the rib cage. So your internal intercostal muscles work when you do a forced exhale. And then you just maintain that feeling. Again, shoulder blades just settle into the floor a little bit. So you're knitting the rib cage together in the front body and imprinting a gentle feeling of the shoulder blades settling into the floor and slowly moving behind you. If you notice your rib cage flare, then that's going to indicate some shortness in your lat muscle. So the way you get around that is to work to keep that stability of the torso, right? That little bit of connection, and then move your arms behind you and just holding the stability. Then just hang out where you feel a stretch if you have tightness there. The arms may not be the same height from the floor. If they aren't, then you can just work on one side. You can maybe even put a prop underneath, like a pillow or a yoga block, to support that arm and allow that range of motion to slowly open up. So the more stability you maintain, and then you allow those arms to release toward the floor, the more you're going to keep working to that full range of motion. Now, if you have full range of motion, the next thing you can do is you can start to work on the strength of the shoulder stabilizers. So simple exercise, practice that you can do, is you can move from plank pose to downward facing dog. Now, as you move from plank pose to downward facing dog, you can time yourself, right, moving in and out of those 2 poses for a 3-minute time period. So then you know you have enough strength and stability to be attempting inversion. You shouldn't just, try it and sort of throw yourself up against the wall. That you want to do the prep for it. You don't want to injure yourself in the practice of yoga. The other thing you can do is, instead of going back and forth from down on a plank, which is strengthening your serratus anterior muscles, you can work your way up to holding downward dog. Now, you can hold it for up to 3 minutes and make that your goal so that you know you have enough strength to support yourself when you get ready for your inversions. Now, remember, you don't even have to ever want to do inversion ever, but you do want to strengthen those muscles and maintain your range of motion and your stability. Now, if you do want to start working toward inversion, you can just get used to weight bearing on your hands and preparing for the stepping into your inversion practice. You want your hands to be about 1 foot away from the wall, okay? And you're just going to come onto the balls of the feet and then step 1 foot forward, right? And you'll work to keep the back leg straight and then just lift that leg up and then come back down, right? The main thing that usually happens is as that leg lifts, then a bend happens, and when you start to lift off, then you sort of get a flutter kick that happens up in the air, and you want to avoid that by training that back leg to be straight as you lift it strongly up, okay? And then the next big part, you want to have your shoulders over your wrists. So with your shoulders over your wrists, you have 1 foot forward, 1 foot back, you're weight bearing, and you're just starting to work into the practice of weight bearing on your hands, practicing how you would begin to come into a handstand for your inversion. And you can work to lift that leg straight, like we said, and then just do a little hop, and then land softly. Lift, loft, land, land. Lift, loft, land, lift. And then you would do it on the other side. So that's a few tips for you to prepare for inversion practice. I hope that these are helpful tips. I hope that you enjoy this video and that is going to be useful for you to use in your practice. If you did enjoy the video, make sure you hit the like button. And if you want to see more videos like this, I hope you'll subscribe. Have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye.